Good morning, everybody. How are you? It never fails. Right before I go live, we have restocks. I swear this happens to me all the time. So sorry, I'm running just a little bit behind. I had to go and get all those bomber bras, you guys. Hopefully you got that email. Lots of bras coming back today. So make sure you reach out to your customers. If you're a brand new rep, this is a great post to put in your group today, okay? Those bomber bras are hot sellers, so get those going. I'm Blair, and I am so excited to welcome you to day one of our new rep quick start. This is something that we do, every couple months or so. I always pin the newest version in the announcements here in this group, and that will serve as kind of a placeholder until we do our next one, probably this fall. It doesn't really change the message. It just makes everything a little bit more timely. And especially right now with COVID, we're not sure what the fall is gonna look like, what school is gonna look like. I know there's a lot of uncertainty right now, but we can control what we do in our business every single day. So I am going to help you guys simplify your launch, simplify getting your business off the ground. I am all about making things easy. Nobody else wants to add more stuff to their plate, right? Nobody else wants to overcomplicate things. So I'm here to tell you that we can do this all in a simple way. That's what these next 3 days are all about. And today, day one, is all about committing to your business. Now, I did post in Team Uplift just a few minutes ago, we have a checklist, okay? So everything else is blanked out for the next 2 days. Day one is right there. If you wanna go ahead and pull that up, you can. I'm a note person, so I kinda like to go through at least an outline. But as we kind of go through this, if you want to have your computer open, that's fine too. Otherwise, you can watch the replay and kind of do this at your own time, all right? So there's a reason why mindset is number one. That is what I always start our new rep training with, because mindset is everything in this business, all right? If you can master your mindset, you can master anything. Because guess what? Zaya is the best job that I've had, but it's work, you guys. You cannot just post and pray on Facebook and hope that you're gonna have this overnight success. Your network is gonna be there. Your friends and family are gonna be there for you to help get you going, to support you in this business. But there's gonna be a time for me, and it seems to be kind of this way for a lot of people, month 3 is kind of that time as a new Zaya rep where you kind of see a little slowdown in your business. The first 2 months, everybody's excited. They wanna help support you. They're in your VIP group. They are volunteering to host parties for you, okay? So you're like, oh my gosh, this is great. They just keep coming. And then about that month 3, I'm kind of like, wait, where did everybody go? That's because those friends and family that are there for you at the very beginning, they know where to find you, all right? You're gonna have to keep going, keep expanding your circles, keep expanding your reach, and that's what mindset is going to teach you, because you're gonna hear some no's. The only reason that I am sitting here where I am today is because I've heard more no's so far than you have. All right, so there's gonna be a time where you're gonna have to dig deep, go back to what we're gonna talk about next, your why, and know that, okay, I've got this. Use that abundance mindset. I talk about that a lot in this business. There's always enough to go around. And really, if you can attack your business with a positive attitude and positive energy, and that feeling that you have today as a new rep, and carry that forward, that's gonna get you so far in this business. All right, so your mindset is first and foremost, and that might take you some time. All right, you may have to harness that with different personal development, with podcasts, books, things like that. That doesn't always come naturally to people. That's something that you have to build and strengthen, just like any muscle in your body. All right, so get that mindset muscle working. Now, secondly, your why. And this is really cute, you guys. I have to tell you this quick story. So this morning, my 11-year-old son, Weston, so I've been in direct sales for 6 to 7 years now, prior to Zaya. He's been around with me since the beginning of all of this. And I asked him today, I said, Weston, as a brand new Zaya rep, as somebody who has never really done this type of business before. What do you think they should know? What do you think is so important for them? And I just kind of wanted to hear his thought. And you guys, I didn't even prompt him to say this, but he says, well, they should know why they want to do this business. Right? Okay, so my 11-year-old hit the nail on the head. Your why is so important in this business. Now, we hear about that a lot. I feel like the phrase, your why, gets thrown around a lot. And I'm here to bring it back to the roots, to really make sure that you understand the gravity of your why. This is your personal story. This is something that nobody else can take away from you. This is what you can share with your network that's going to resonate with them, that's going to, tell your story. And it's okay for your why to change over time. In fact, it should, because that means that you are growing into your own. That means you're growing into this business. So for me, my why at the very beginning was, a lot of you have heard this already, I just wanted to make a couple $100 a month to take my kids on a vacation. That's all I wanted to do. Now, 2.5 years in, it's totally different, and it's all about empowering women and leading this incredible team and connecting with my online community. And this is something that I wouldn't have had without Zion. It's something that I wouldn't have had if I wasn't clearly grounded in that why. So make sure you take some time today to sit down and just think about it. Write it out on paper. It doesn't have to be big or major. Like I said, I wanted to take my kids on a trip. Maybe you are tired of pulling up your leggings during your workouts. Maybe you wanted something just for yourself. I know as busy moms, we lose that identity pretty easily. So maybe that's something you just wanted a creative outlet for you. Maybe you want financial freedom. Maybe you want to take your kids on a trip. Whatever your why is, ground yourself in that, okay? Write it down, keep it handy. This is going to be something that you come back to time and time again, all right? So important, you guys. Now, your back office is kind of our third thing here. A couple things about your back office. So you have 2 websites as a Zaya rep. Your, what does Fawn say? Love your bling. Thanks. I don't know, I'm gonna wear a necklace today. I'm feeling fancy. You have 2 websites, your back office and your personal website, which a lot of times you see as PWS abbreviated. That is the website that people go to shop from. That's our really pretty website with all the pictures, okay? When you use that website and your customers use that website, that is going to check you out at full retail. Your back office, on the other hand, that's where you're gonna go to, pull up all of your numbers, pull up your contacts. As you build a team, your team numbers are all going to be back there. That is where you can place orders for yourself and use your rep discount if you choose, all right? So that is a differentiation between the 2, but your back office is your myzaya.com/distributor. That is where you're gonna use your rep ID and password to sign in. And I wanted to just talk a couple things about the back office. So in Team Uplift here in this group, under Unit 1, there are lots of great tutorials on how to do all the things, okay? Now, we've made some changes to the back office. It may not look exactly the same as some of those videos, but the bones are there, the bones are good, so go ahead and watch those tutorials. Everything you need to know in terms of setting up an event, placing an order, doing an exchange, that's all in Unit 1. So go ahead and walk through those videos, but I did want to highlight a couple things right off the bat. So first of all, and if you have your computer open, you can do this with me. If you go in your back office, I'm gonna do it with you. So, and you go under My Profile, that's on the left-hand column. This is where your address, your direct deposit info is all back there. But if you click My Website Information, you're gonna wanna personalize your website. Right now, when you enroll, it's just your rep ID, which is the number that you were given as a rep. That's not the best for people to come find you. It's not really fun to type in myzaya.com with a bunch of numbers. So if you go to personalize my website, go under it's the second line down. It's where it says my website name. You can just type in either your name. If you have a social media handle that you like to use, you can do that. Whatever makes it easy for your network and your friends to find you. All right, so mine's just Blair Sells, and then I leave the rest of it blank. If you scroll all the way down, you can craft your own welcome message, and this is just something that will show up on your website. So you're gonna wanna put your website name in, click update your site, and you can close that out. Now, right in the same area, there's a place where you can upload a photo. You're gonna wanna do that too. That way when people are searching, because they can search by rep or search by zip code in your area, then they'll be able to see your picture, and that's way more fun. That means that, you know, it kind of feels like you're connecting with a human being at least. So go ahead and put a photo in there. Once those two things are done, you can always go to your personal website and just make sure that everything looks good, okay? So then you're also going to want to set up an event. Now, like I said, there's a tutorial in Team Uplift on how to walk you through setting up an event. So I'm not gonna go through all that right now. You can connect with your upline on that if you have more questions, but I want you to know this. As a rep, we can have our own events open anytime. This is a great way, especially as a brand new rep, that you can get free Zaya gear, you can get half off Zaya gear, you can build your inventory on a budget. So when I talk about our launch party, our launch event tomorrow, I'm gonna go through that. I want you to have an actual shopping link set up in your back office so that when your customers shop through your launch, you'll be able to get Hostess rewards. All right, so go ahead and kind of think about that. Think about when you want to launch your business. We're gonna talk in just a second about scheduling that, all right? But I want you to go ahead and set that up in your back office, even if you're not ready to do your actual launch party yet, all right? You can go ahead and change the dates anytime back there too. All right, so your gift card, I almost forgot about that. That's really important too in your back office. You get a $100 gift card, gift certificate, with your enrollment. And this is so fun. It's like a shopping spree, right? So there are a couple schools of thought on how to use that gift card, what to use it on. You can either use it on some staple pieces that, you know, we carry all the time, maybe some things that didn't come in your starter kit, or you can use it on a couple eye-catching conversation starters, which it's totally up to you. I'm kind of more along the lines of, you know, building up that staple inventory to start, just because your friends are gonna wanna know, how does an all-star bra fit? What's a bomber bra feel like? What do these joggers feel like? So talk with your upline about some really great staple pieces to get in your wardrobe, and then you can add some of the fun pieces after that, all right? Because you remember, we operate like a boutique. So we have things coming in all the time, seasonal items, limited edition items, and these are awesome and they're really great that we can connect with our customers every week, but you don't want to spend all of your hard-earned money at the very beginning on a bunch of pieces that we may not have a month down the road, and then your friends want to buy them and they can't. So I recommend starting with some staple pieces with that gift card, okay? All right, we're moving on through here, you guys. Creating your VIP group. This is my personal favorite part of this business. I love connecting with my customers, with my online network. And your VIP group, whether that's on Facebook, whether you want to create something special on Instagram, whether you want to connect with your customers on a different platform, that's totally fine. But I feel like there should be a special place for your customers, your network to go to connect with you, to you know, kind of take in all of the new releases that we have every week, to get restock alerts. I like my network and my VIP group because we just have a lot of communication in there. Some of them are local, a lot of them are not. So it's a really nice way that I can chat with my friends that I don't get to see very often. And we share workouts that we like. We share recipes that we like. We do different challenges in there. I do a monthly charity, so all my customers get to learn a little bit more about that organization of the month. So it's kind of a great place that we can come to every day for inspiration and motivation. So if you decide to do that on Facebook, you're gonna wanna make sure that it's a closed or private group. I feel like when you make it private, that gives people more of a chance to feel comfortable either sharing photos of themselves, talking about things that are meaningful to them versus a big public group where, people can see all sorts of things from the outside. So I recommend setting up private, but again, that's totally up to you. But you're going to want to, when you create this group, you're going to want to add your upline first. Don't worry about adding more people yet. We'll talk about that in a little bit more tomorrow too, but go ahead, add your upline, add your sponsor to that group. Make sure you put a fun cover photo. There's a lot of great templates in Canva that you can use. You can also go to our Zaya Marketing Designs Facebook group. If you're not a part of that yet, have your sponsor add you, but you can search cover photos or group photos. You'll see some different ideas there, but just something so that when you start adding your friends to that group, they know why they're there, okay? So with that, you can make a welcome post. In mine, and actually I think I need to revise mine, it's been a little while, but my welcome post in the announcements, I talk a little bit about why I partnered with Zaya Active, what they can kind of expect from our brand, and then I try and do some of our eye-catching pieces that are in stock in the photos, which I think it's been a few months, so probably need to go back through and refresh that a little bit, but I would like you to at least kind of get that intro going so that when people start funneling in there, they're like, okay, now I see what's in this group instead of just having it blank, all right? Okay, so you're getting that group set up. While you're doing that, go ahead and create what I would call a teaser post on Facebook or Instagram or both. I think it's really fun to, while you're waiting for your starter kit, just let people know, hey, something new is coming, something exciting is coming, something's in the works. However you want to do that to kind of pique their interest. For me, what I ended up doing and looking back, I don't know if I'd do it any different. I was just super naive, and I did a Facebook Live on my personal Facebook, and I just said, hey, something fun is in the works. I am adding another line item to my Girl Boss resume. This is something that's an extension of myself in the health and wellness space. I'd love to share it with you. Message me for more info. That night, I was hoping maybe a couple friends would reach out and be like, hey, what are you doing? That night, I got put into Facebook jail, Facebook Messenger jail. I had so many people who were like, what is this? What are you doing? What are you doing? I didn't have a group set up yet. I didn't have anything. I was just like kind of going with the flow. I had never tried a single piece of Zaya. I didn't have my starter kit, and I was so nervous. I was like, what if it sucks? What if like everybody hates it? What if I hate it? And now I have all these people in this group. So I would say it's okay to jump in. It's okay to be nervous. If you are still waiting for your starter kit, it does not suck. It's the best ever. You're gonna love it. I was just super nervous because we were such a new company and I hadn't heard of it before and hadn't ordered anything. But anyway, I had funneled all these people. I quick made a Facebook group because I didn't have anything yet. Funneled them all in there. And this is where I started sharing my story. And I started sharing my favorite pieces once they came. And it just kind of grew organically from there. So I would say don't force it. Don't just mass invite all of your friends. Just do that teaser post and see who's liking, who's commenting, who's asking questions. And we're gonna talk a little bit more tomorrow about kind of what that reach out looks like. All right, so almost done, you guys. We talked about scheduling an event in your back office for your launch, right? You're gonna wanna do that. I hope you're nodding with me. We're gonna schedule that launch. While you're waiting for your starter kit, even if you don't know yet when you want to actually start your launch party, go ahead and get that event set up in your back office. Now, depending on your state, county regulations, depending on your comfort level, depending on how you're feeling right now about getting together with people, you can either do just an online launch or like a little small in-person launch or both, or I just wanted to let you know that there's a lot of different options, but right now I know it just depends on how everybody is feeling, okay? So most of what we're gonna talk about tomorrow for the launch is going to be online based, just because I feel like that's mostly where a lot of people are right now. But if you have a neighborhood group, if you have some girlfriends that you want to invite over to your place, it's okay to schedule an online launch and an in-person launch. And just set out your starter kit. You don't have to have inventory, you guys. That's the best part about this business. We do not have to have a closet full of clothes to get started. I'm my own best customer, so my closet is full of clothes, but that's just on me, all right? So that's the best selling point. So your friends are just gonna wanna touch it, feel it, see how you are excited about it when you wear it. And if all you do is set out your starter kit pieces with a bottle of wine, I think that's pretty awesome, all right? Because they're gonna be so excited. You can have your laptop up and show them all the different colors and styles of things. So you can think about doing that in tandem with an online party, all right? But either way, think about some dates, get that scheduled. And in your VIP group, then you're gonna want to let your people know when you start adding them in there, like, okay, hey, my starter kit's en route. I'm so excited to share all of these great pieces with you. Stay tuned. All right, keep it easy. Okay, I've got 2 left. Get to know our best sellers. This was kind of, I would say, for never being in retail before, this was kind of the hardest part for me, was just knowing what the different clothing blends were, fabric blends, how things fit. And what I would say now, looking back, don't feel like you have to be the expert, all right? Use your upline for help, use your sponsor, use this group. We have a ton of Facebook groups. The Zaya Marketing Designs group is probably one of our largest Facebook groups as a rep community. That's a great place to search sizing threads and kind of get people's opinion on different things. So use that group. Don't get bogged down in it because it can get a little crazy in there, but you can use the search bar and just type in like 34D and see what comes up in terms of bra sizing and fit and styles and things like that. So play around in that group, search around. There's really great pictures that you can use of all shapes and styles and body types in there. Any rep who posts pictures in there knows that, hey, these pictures are going to be shared. So go ahead and use those to help your community, especially while you're kind of waiting to build your own inventory, all right? Some of our pieces, like our all-star bras, bomber bras, those are fantastic, phenomenal staple pieces. Our unwind, cozy, peak joggers. Those 3 joggers are my favorites. Copper charge tanks are always a great seller. And as we kind of start adding more to our seasonal inventory, especially come this fall, like our boyfriend sweaters always go quickly, our boyfriend hoodies, our big fuzzy hoodies, all of those things always go quick. So get together with your upline. She can talk through some of our staple pieces. And those are the ones that I think if you can get to know, even your top 5 favorite pieces, that's gonna really help you sell, all right? Last but not least, get organized. Caveat, I know it's summer. I told my boys, you can play outside till 9:45 and then you can play Minecraft in the basement. They are crafting in the basement right now so that they can be quiet for me. Whatever you have to do, okay? Whatever you have to do to at least get a little bit of time to work on your business. Couple things to keep in mind. What's your workspace look like? You guys, I don't have a fancy office. I have a teeny little house. This is my workspace. Let's see. Here's my boys' desk. This is where they do all their homework. This is I'm just all in it, all right? And I know though that this is my workspace. So it's not fancy, but I know when I sit down to this desk that I'm gonna get my stuff done. All right, so kind of create that workspace. Maybe it's your kitchen table. Maybe you have an office that is piled up with stuff that you just want to clean out. Maybe you have an extra bedroom with a little desk or something like that. Whatever you need to do to kind of create that space that is just your own, or in my case, my whole family, but whatever, we make it work. Facebook groups. I touched on this. There are a ton of Facebook groups, you guys. Do not get bogged down in the scroll, all right? But I always add my new reps to Team Uplift here. This is my group. Anybody on this downline is welcome to join. I add my new reps to Zaya Gals, because that's my upline, Chrissy Taker. That is her group. I also add my new reps to Zaya Life, which is Natalie Robinson's. She's like our upline, one of the top reps of the company. That is her group. There's always really great trainings in all of these groups. So go ahead and kind of play around. But like I said, there are lots of other groups too. So wherever you feel home, go ahead. The Zaya Marketing Designs group is also really great, but remember, there's a lot of people in there, so don't get bogged down. Just go in there for what you need and get out. Okay, get in, get out. Business cards. Unit 1 of Team Uplift, there's a link on business cards where I order through my upline. Chrissy has this marketing page, and I really love her cards. This is what mine looks like with my picture on the back, and you can get a huge box, super great quality. I keep them, I have a phone case that has a flip on the back. So I always keep some cards with me so that when I'm hiking, when I'm out walking, people are always like, oh my gosh, I love your tights. And so I can quick give them a card. Business cards are great. Time commitment. This is the last one, all right? So I start with mindset and I end with time commitment, because I always say that our hours in this business are flexible, but they're not negotiable. I don't care how much time you have to work your Zaya business. I do not care. I don't care if you have 30 minutes a day. That's all I had at the beginning. I worked my Zaya business 2 to 3 hours a week while I was working my other job, had my kids at home, my husband traveled, all right? That was all I could commit to, but I committed. And I said, okay, for these 2 hours this week, I'm gonna do this, this, this. I'm going to reach out to customers. I'm going to follow up with customers. I'm going to get parties on my calendar. I'm going to let people know about our incredible business opportunities. So I did that over and over and over again. So whether or not you have a handful of hours a week or just a few minutes a day, there's so much that you can do to move your business forward. So you have to commit to that time and get it done. All right, you guys, I think that's it for today. Tomorrow, we are gonna talk about your launch, what that looks like in your VIP group. And then we'll touch a little bit on an in-person event if you wanna do a little small get together or something like that, okay? I just know everybody's feeling a little different about that right now. So we'll just touch on what that looks like. And maybe that's something that you wanna implement down the road. We'll just see from there. But I hope you guys have a great Monday. We have, well, if you're watching this later, it's not going to apply to you, but just so you guys know who are on here, we have a training call with Sam Higginson starting at 11 o'clock Mountain Time. He was the former national sales director with Rodan & Fields, so he knows his you-know-what. He's going to talk to us all about why Zaya, why now. It's going to be a great call to tune into. And then at 1 o'clock this afternoon, we have the amazing Fawn Woodman who's going to come and talk about shifting your focus, all right? Kelly, thank you. Aw, you're welcome, Kelly. I'm so happy that you hopped on. You guys, if you have any other questions for day 1, go ahead and put them in the comments and I'll help you out and answer those. And then this is going to be pinned to the announcements of our group. All right, have a great day, you guys.